Check this out, store-made kuih lapis. What? Pretty awesome. Good morning and good morning. Coffee first. Okay, hi, you're watching Greg Speed Eats. And remember when I said that you can only get Bedok-style bak chor mee in the east of Singapore? Would I travel all the way to eat here? Well, yes. If you live in the west, it is only the east where you can get this style of bak chor mee. Well, that's strictly not true. You can get a great version of it right here in Chinatown, so you don't have to travel all the way to Bedok to have your fix. The stall is called Heng Pork Noodles, and they took up a small shop space at this old-style shophouse kopitiam at the junction of Neil Road and Keong Side Road in late 2018. They sell their own rendition of Bedok-style SOUPY BAK CHOR MEE. Started by Andrew Tan, 47, in 2022, he left his well-paid job as an IT division head for a multinational corporation to start up the business. Tan learned how to make the dish from his mother, who had been selling Bedok Bak Chor Mee in a stall at Bedok North 511 Market and Food Centre, and she's been doing it since 2013. Tan's mother, who previously sold nasi lemak before switching to bak chor mee, learnt it from a family friend who had been an apprentice at one of the famous bak chor mee stalls at Fengshan Food Centre in the 1980s. So come, let's have a taste. 一个大碗啊。
你要哪一个面？你可以。
米克。
要加鸡蛋吗？
蛋不要，可以放加那个面包了，可以。可以放那个猪油渣，谢谢。They will deliver the food to the table lah, so we just have to wait. 谢谢。Okay, so I have a bowl here. This is the larger portion lah, the 580 portion. He has two sizes, 480 and 580. 480 will get you 2 pork balls and 2 dumplings, and the larger size will get you 3 pork balls and 3 dumplings. I added 3 more pork balls, and that costs 120 or 140 additional. But you can add all sorts of ingredients if you want to. You can add a poached shake if you want to. You can add vegetables if you want to. But this is kind of like strictly the traditional which I stuck to. So as for the quality of Tan's bak chor mee, right, I'm going to be straight out and say that it is different from what you get in the east. He has his own style of bak chor mee lah. So try the soup first. Okay, the stock was made from pork bones, which have been simmered for many hours, and it's got a very nice rounded stock sweetness lah. There's some fried garlic which he throws on top, and maybe some pepper notes. But here's where it differs from the Bedok style. It has less of a salty punch as compared to what you get in the east. So if you would like that effect, right, you have to add a bit of soy sauce to sort of simulate that effect. Here the focus is more on the stock sweetness itself lah. So try the noodles. So the noodles, specifically the mee kia, the thin yellow egg noodles, are apparently of an expensive grade lah. And Tan actually gives it an extra blanch to get rid of that faint alkaline smell. Let me smell it. I mean, I do still smell the alkaline, so I don't know whether it works. But it's very faint, so in that sense it is working. But because of the extra blanch, right, it actually comes a bit softer. So it's got this soft but with bite sort of feel to it lah. It's not incredibly firm, So if you don't like mee kia, right, you can opt for other noodles like mee pok, bee tai mak, or kway teow instead. And the ingredients are a mix of soft minced pork, pork balls, handmade dumplings, and then on top you get spring onions, you get pork lard pieces, and you get some garlic powder, fried garlic powder. So it actually marries the two styles of Bedok bak chor mee into one. One style has only pork meatballs, the other style has only meat dumplings bak kiao. And among the ingredients, right, the highlight is the pork balls. So let me show you. Look at this. Oh, freaking amazing. Now when they first started, they used to use the same factory-made pork meatballs as what the other Bedok Bak Chor Mee stalls used to serve lah. Where it is rounder, it is smoother, and then it is firmer, chewier. But in recent times, they've actually changed to a different supplier lah, that actually hand shapes them and actually freezes them lah, I presume. And they are very, very nice lah. Very soft, moist and meaty. It's much better than the standard factory pork balls by a long shot. And as I said, you can get additional pork balls if you like. It's 3 pork balls for 120. Okay, next the dumplings. The dumplings are nice, but not a main highlight. Okay, they are handmade, but I think that they are probably blanched a little bit too long. Maybe if they held it back by about 10 seconds, 20 seconds, it would be better. The flavouring is very nice. It's a nice seasoning in the meat filling. Though if you're used to Bedok-style bak chor mee, right, it's missing that tipo flavouring inside lah. It's got more of a basic seasoning lah, you know. So the minced meat. Wonderfully soft and fatty minced meat. It is just as good as how you get it in Bedok. And the pork lard, I'm just going to show you. Okay, the pork lard is not crunchy, it's gone soft lah basically. But it's because I put it in the soup lah, and then it's been swimming in the soup. So it will lose its crunchiness lah. This is why they put it in a saucer next to the noodles lah, so that it doesn't go soft. So adding a bit of salt in for that Bedok-style bak chor mee punch lah. And it is closer. Not the same, but just make it closer lah. Actually, it is closer. Oh, that was glorious, wonderful. Okay, finished. But I want to try this other new dish which they offer lah. It's kind of like keto friendly, where there's no carbs at all. So I'll be back in a bit. Okay, so I'm back with a bowl here. Okay, I think I was mistaken. I said it was keto friendly, but I think it's not keto friendly. In the sense that it's actually more vegetarian friendly, or maybe vegetable friendly in a way. Because you get a lot of vegetables, but you don't get a lot of meat. So the soup itself, what you get is you get a ton of vegetables inside here. Because there's so many vegetables, and it's the main bulk of the cost, right? You can't afford to put any minced meat or meatballs at all lah. So there is like floating pieces of minced meat, but really that's it lah. But what he does give you in terms of protein, he does give you a soft-boiled egg. Semi-molten, a very nice soft-boiled egg lah. The other thing I added on top were these chao zhou meatballs lah. Well, I think they're chao zhou meatballs. So the special thing is that it's not just a meatball, it is a meatball filled with more mincemeat. And the mincemeat inside is intensely flavoured. I mean, the meatball covering itself is also flavoured, but the meatball inside is even more flavoured. Let me dig it out. That's what it looks like. It's meat rich, it's oil rich, it's got a very intense soy flavouring perhaps. It's not dried saltfish lah, that's for sure. And this is the exterior lah. Very nice lah. So this costs $4.50 a bowl, which is, I mean, is what it should cost lah, considering the amount of veg inside lah. Okay, finished. So that was a look at Heng pork noodles, which gained quite a lot of media attention lah, when it first opened in late 2018. Why? Because apparently you can get that Bedok-style SOUPY BAK CHOR MEE experience without travelling all the way to the east. So do you actually get the same experience? Well, no you don't. The soup is different, it isn't as punchy. The dumpling mincemeat filling also doesn't have that tipo, earthy punch taste to it. But then being said, it is still a great bowl of soupy bak chor mee. And it can hang with some of the best lah, you know. But it has its own style. People who have been eating the Bedok-style will probably come here and they would expect that sort of style. And this stall doesn't do that. But would I travel half across Singapore to eat here? For the dish as a whole, I mean, it is a great option to have if you live or work in the area, that's for sure. And it does get close to the Bedok-style if you add a bit of soy sauce, sort of lah. But for the fact that you can actually get the Bedok-style bak chor mee, right, with these handmade pork balls, right, it is an absolute yes. They really are miles better than the normal factory-made pork balls. And purely because of that one ingredient, for me it is hands down better than any of the stalls you get at Fengshan Food Centre. As for the vegetable soup, keto-friendly, what I thought was keto-friendly soup, right? I think it is only if you're a vegetable lover lah. For me, I would have expected the vegetables plus a little bit more mincemeat, plus some of the pork balls and the egg and all that stuff lah. But I suspect that it wouldn't cost $4.50. It would probably cost a little bit more than that. And I don't think people would pay for that. But no, I wouldn't travel half across Singapore for that lah. So thanks for watching another episode of Great Speed Eats, where I eat through the whole of Singapore. If you like this episode, give it a like, subscribe, and comment below, and turn on the notifications bell. And I'll see you in the next one. Okay, bye-bye.